Like, man, I wish we was so much more like transparent when we was first starting, because like if you believe it and like you really know that you know you're gonna make it happen, and you really doing your best every single day, 100%. Like not saying you're doing your best, but you're really not. Really out there doing what you need to do, you gonna get to where you're gonna get to. Like, you literally gonna get there. Like, I promise you. Like, just speaking it out in the world alone is already putting you halfway there.
How y'all doing? It's Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of WRLDINVSN.
Is Nicholas Clark, co-owner and designer of WRLDINVSN.
Hey, we got a special episode for you guys today. We got Ashantia with Clash Clothing. We're going to be giving you the best advice for starting your clothing brand. For those of you who don't know us, we started this brand with 12 shirts and $120, and we have now expanded into from a 100 square foot box into a 20,000 square foot warehouse. We have over 30 team members that help us out. And literally, man, we just dropping these jewels, making these videos to show you the ropes, give you the game, the blueprint, and I mean, just be able to inspire people to trust in their vision.
Facts. So look, if you've been following us and subscribed to our channel, welcome back. And if you haven't, hey, make sure you subscribe, like this video, run us up, and we about to get into it. Let's do it.
Right. So one, I want to say this will be the first solo woman to be on the podcast. So let's give her a
clap it up. So who's gonna be next? Who is gonna be next? She about to set the tone for y'all out there. So we gonna need to do more of these, right?
Yep.
Let's get it.
So just tell us a little bit about your brand and where you from and why you started.
Okay, well, my name is Ashantia. I am from Virginia, but I currently live in Georgia, so that's where I came from today. But I own a clothing brand called Clash by Ashantia, and I started ideas of the brand in 2017, but I didn't really start the brand until about a couple of years ago. And I've officially been in business for a year now. But I started the brand just because I have a love for fashion, and I felt like I needed something that I could create a lifestyle from, that, could pay my bills and then help my family, get into whatever they want to get into as well. And the name, I feel like the meaning of my brand is all in the name. I named this brand after my late grandmother. Her name was Clarine, and I used the first 3 letters of her name and the first 3 letters of mine. So it's Clarine and Ashantia, you get Clash.
I like that. Tell them about, so I think we met at the Upgrade conference, right? So tell them about that. Like, well, I mean, we talked about it before on YouTube. Like, we went to Atlanta, had an Upgrade conference, and we met you there. So tell them about how did you even get right here today? Like, how you met us, how you even tell them a little bit about that.
How was the Upgrade conference?
Yeah.
So the Upgrade conference, that was my first time being in a room with so many entrepreneurs. Like, it was crazy to me, but I had just moved to Atlanta in June. Upgrade conference was in August. And so I had heard about it, I think in July, and I was like, oh, I gotta be there. So like, because I wanted to meet y'all. I seen that James, he was the one that was hosting it.
Shout out to my boy James.
Right, so I saw that he was the one hosting it. So when I saw that y'all were gonna be special guests there, I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta go. And so I got my ticket, everything. I went and I had general admission, but I still got to talk to y'all and, get some questions out and things like that. And for one, y'all were so down to earth. Like, it's crazy. You're welcome. It's crazy because, like, when you meet people that have, like, bigger brands, you kind of think that they're going to be a little standoffish and things like that, but y'all wasn't like that. And, but yeah, it was a dope conference. I really learned a lot. And I met a lot of people as well. I think that was the most important thing. And then I spoke with someone, I forgot his name, but I spoke with him at the conference about the after event. And he was like, I was like, how do I upgrade my ticket? Because I need to be at the after event. And he was like, I'm gonna just get it to you. And so me and this girl, we ended up at the after event, and that's how I met y'all and was able to talk more. And me and you connected. I ended up getting your contact. And so I was talking to one of my friends. He owns a brand called Black as Wealth. I'm pretty sure y'all know about that too. But I was like, man, I want to be on the podcast one day. Like, it's crazy, all these people, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, don't you have one of their numbers? And I was like, you right? Like,
That's what's up.
so I hit you up like, you know, what's the criteria? How do I get on the podcast? And
Just so happened, and just so happened, like a lot of our subscribers was, you know, looking for a woman entrepreneur, looking for us to put, you know, a woman out there, and we think that it's very important, you know, to display women entrepreneurs, because I honestly think that's gonna be the next big thing.
Fact.
Yeah.
So we want to be the
it is the big thing right now.
So we want to be there to support, you know, the women entrepreneurs out there. So any women entrepreneur that's looking to get on the podcast, go ahead on, put your ad name in the comments, put your website so we could check you out.
But make sure y'all run this video. We can't get nothing less than 1,000 likes on this. This one is that special. So make sure y'all run us up. And it's time to get into the questions. Let's do it.
Hey, best advice. So I know you got some great questions for us, for people that's just getting started. All right. So what you got?
Talk to us. So one of my first questions is, because I know where y'all started and where y'all are now. Mm-hmm. So one of my first questions was, when did you have that wow moment or that aha moment? Like, we really have a company.
We got a company.
Right, a company.
Not a company.
You gotta say it twice, huh?
Look, I'm gonna just say, like, to be honest with you, bro, like, we have big goals, like, and we see ourselves really taking this thing to somewhat huge, and we really wanna like, just keep on just pushing and staying hungry, honestly, like, not trying to just, you know, seeing success and just like dang, we on now. I feel like we ain't never really was just like, we on now. You get what I'm trying to say? We really like just stayed down. Even when people every time we see somebody with a shirt on, we like love the shirt, love what you got, love what you wearing, appreciate you. But I feel like, man, we so tough on ourselves and we work so hard that, for me at least, I never was like, we made it now, you know what I mean? Because we still really pushing and trying to just keep fighting with ourselves and being better, you know, each and every day. And only, you know, myself is my only, you know, competition, and I just want to be better each day. So I say, I think when we hit 100 mil, then I might be like, ooh, company. Wow, we on.
Yeah, I understand it. And for me, I say it became a wow moment when we moved into this headquarters. Because when we first started, it was basically like just in a small office room, I would say. And then we expanded out of that and we moved into this place called Tech Point, which was a little bit bigger, but it was just bigger because it had more rooms for us to utilize. So it was literally still where you could like pop your head through one of the doors and see the whole building. But like now, everything is in its own department, its own space. You know, inventory is all on the floor. Before it was just along the walls. And like just seeing, like going back, so anybody watching this YouTube video right now, you can go back to a video maybe 2 years, only be 2 years ago.
You can see the Enterprise Center and you can see the Tech Point. Yeah.
And you can see the Tech Point if you go and watch the 10 square foot warehouse video. And if you go back to how to ship 500 orders in one day, you can actually see the two offices that we elevated from. And I feel like when we got here, it was like, damn, like this, 100. You know, we operate out of 20,000 square feet, but the actual warehouse is 100. So just being able to see it and seeing where we was and how we had moving down the warehouse, like makes us like, damn, it's a company. You know, people coming in, you know, they checking in. We got meetings. You know, we doing podcasts, like it's everything. We moving around all day, every day, and that's when I kind of was like, damn, you don't notice it until you're doing it. So it's not like when it happened, you're like, oh wow. It just be like after the year end, and you be like, you know, we do a Thanksgiving dinner and a Christmas party. So like the Thanksgiving dinner this year, we had like 150, 175 people.
It get bigger and bigger every day. Every year.
And you could see like, damn, like yeah, this growing. You know, people really believe in what we got. So just us, you know, moving into this warehouse is when we really had our aha moment.
Gotcha. All right, so I know with me, I'm by myself right now with my brand, just still trying to expand. So what's your advice on starting out and getting inventory? Like, because I have kind of like an issue with differentiating, having a bunch of different types of products or different designs. I kind of try to focus on one thing, and then
go to the
when
next.
that sells
Like,
out,
so
I go to the
next. Do you have? Is it all women, all men, or unisex, or like how does it? Because I see like the shirt you got on. Is that a woman's shirt or is it just?
So this is a unisex shirt, and I just like tied it up. But right now I'm doing unisex, and I'm kind of feeling like that was another one of my questions for y'all too. But I'm kind of feeling like I want to go back into the women's side of it because that's how I started. That's what I'm, real passionate about, and then just kind of move into unisex. Once
As it go on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I say like for just like inventory purposes, like I mean just get as much as you can starting out. Like I'm not saying like spend all of your money and not have no money left. Like whatever you initially invest in the business. Like if you take $1,000 to invest in the business, use that $1,000 for merchandise. Don't really just bite off more than you could chew. Just start with that and just keep on flipping it from there. But like I would say, like we were just talking about this, and I say like, don't be afraid though to get more than you think that you can handle at that moment. So let's just say if you like, man, I'm about to get 24. Don't be afraid to get 50. And try to use that as motivation to go out there and start selling it. So like with us, I'm gonna tell you from experience with us, like we started with 12 shirts, we flipped it, got 24, then got 48, but then we got to a point where we were just like, when are we gonna get our first 1,000 shirts? You get what I'm saying? Like what's taking us so long? And I feel like once we got that first 1,000 and we seen how fast we sold them, especially because we were selling them at 2 shirts for $30, some shirts $9.99. Like once we seen that we was able to actually sell 1,000 shirts, I feel like we started getting 3,000 shirts at one point in each design. But we wasn't selling our shirts for $30 each one. Like just being honest. So we had more of a volume strategy. And like you could sell, 100 shirts for $100 or whatever you really want to sell them for, and that could be your strategy. But for us, we wanted to get our product on more people because we knew that somebody wearing your shirt is like a walking billboard, believe it or not. Like it's kind of like people pay for, like let's just say, let me just throw out a designer brand. Like people will buy a Balenciaga shirt that got Balenciaga written straight across it. And like that's kind of like free promo for Balenciaga, like honestly. You see what I'm saying? So we knew that, the more apparel that we put out into the space, we knew that a lot of eyes was gonna get on this product, and that's how you make sales and make money. You need people to be watching what you're doing and viewing what you're doing. Traffic. You need traffic on your site, on your Instagram, on your social media platforms in order for you to make sales.
Yep. And I say for me, to just scaling up, is just talking about net terms. So when we first started off, we realized that we wanted to scale up, but it was a difference. But scaling up required money. So we went to our print shop and was like, okay, if we get 1,000 shirts, and you print them, can we pay you in 30 to 60 days later after you print the shirt? So that give us that time period to actually sell them, to pay them back. And then the same thing with getting a garment. So we were getting a garment and a print on net terms. So basically, we were getting the shirts for free.
That's really where it's at. Like, and that was one of the ways that we was able to get that 1,000 shirt or that 3,000 shirt, because we put it on credit and we let's just, we didn't spend our money on it, so it wasn't like we had to, invest our last. We just kind of just took a risk.
Yep.
That's what I would mostly call it. Like we took a risk on using credit to get as much inventory as we can, and we just like, man, let's really focus on pushing this product. So like, I say like, just don't be afraid to get as much as you can get, because like, that you want to do this brand.
Yeah.
You're taking it serious. So why like,
lowball.
Yeah, like why you gotta think big. Like you gotta think big. Like why like just lowball yourself? Like why put yourself in a position? Like people, like what we be saying, Marv, people want to make $1 million, right? But they don't even got $1 million worth of inventory. And that's the same thing. Like if you want to make $5,000 in a month, you gotta have $5,000 worth of inventory. You see what I'm saying? But you can't
even
be
give
saying,
yourself a chance.
To even give yourself a chance, like you can't be saying I'm about to put up 10 bands this month and you only got $1,000 worth of stuff. You see what I'm trying to say? So like, and I mean with you, I see you got like the joggers on and stuff. So you must use manufacturers along with doing like some screen print here in the States, and that's exactly what we do too. So the difference with using a manufacturer, you might have to pay for all your product up front, which could be hard starting out. But what we did was we leveraged using that T-shirt, credit, print, credit, and then that's how we was able to build up cash flow to start using manufacturers. Hey, if you're watching this video though, like, hey, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe.
Make sure, since we told them about the manufacturers, about the 3-in-1
We
bundle.
got. If you go in the description, we got the 3-in-1 bundle where we got manufacturers, Shopify apps, websites you need to know, everything you need. Go check that out. But another thing you was talking about, the unisex. What you think, Mar? I think a lot of like women.
You want I was about to say, my honest opinion is, if it was my brand, I would stick currently right now, because the women is a big trend. They don't have like a women's street brand. So like being that one to provide them those street luxury goods right now, and it also allow you to narrow your focus. So like when you get to running ads, you just need to run them to women. So that may increase your conversion, and it just simplify things for you. So now you may be like, oh damn, my brand for women, I need to be at the Bonner Brothers show.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It just
it
just make it more simpler for you than like I'm trying to sell at everybody.
Yeah, and I think that's the issue, because it's like sometimes I don't really know what content to put out, because it's like I gotta market to.
But think about you gotta like market to those women that's trying to embody the brand that you want. So you have a story for them, and they can relate with it more. And I think that it may give you a better chance to make that sale.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, like just now, when we post like we was doing like jogger sets, like literally just like a couple of minutes ago, probably like 75% of the comments is just women. Like literally, like so that wouldn't be a bad place to really start to get your brand out there. You get what I mean? And that's your competitive advantage. Because with us, a lot of men buy our stuff because it's like that's the fit of everything. That would be the models, you know what I mean? They even be seeing us wearing it. So like I would say, do use what you got to your advantage, and I mean, still keeping a little, men apparel here and there is still gonna be good.
Or collabing with a
collab, yes.
With a men's brand.
Yes, collab with a men's brand and be able to bring your audience with that audience, and that's how you could create like a little unisex line going on right there. That'd be actually some lit to do, really. But real quick, like what would be the thing that like you struggling with your brand right now that you would say like, what would be one thing that you would need help with that you think that could help you take you to the next level? What would be that one thing? If you could pinpoint it or anything,
I think it may be a couple things or a few things, but I feel like my content might be the issue, because I do find myself like certain days I'm just like, I don't know what to post, or I don't know what video to make, or I make something and I'm like, I don't really like that. So I feel like my content.
Do you have like people that you could send it to and be like, what you think about this? Or is it just all you 100%? Like you don't have nobody that you can share?
No, I have people that I send it to and probably ask, but I know one issue I might have is I'm a perfectionist. So a lot of the time I'd be too hard on myself with my content. So I do ask people sometimes, and then other times I'm just like, I don't want nobody to see it till it's done.
Yeah, I understand that. And then what about like you reaching out to like, so do you spend any money on advertising whatsoever?
Not right now.
Not right now. What about do you DM influencers trying to get them to wear merchandise?
I've DM'd a few. Like I went on a spree for like 2 days, just DMing people.
Yeah.
And I got like a few likes on the messages, but I haven't gotten any response.
All right, and when we mean are you going like to Lil Baby?
Are you going to the
no.
Yeah. So because we would say start off with the local community first, and like just grow outside of your area. So like I literally, if you're in Atlanta, like everybody should know you in Atlanta right now. You shouldn't even really be worrying about my brand being around the world. You should be like first let me get my brand noticed in my county, then let me get my brand noticed in my city, then let me get my brand noticed in my state, and then keep on branching out. And the brand it's gonna branch out for you as you do it. But like making sure the people in your area know what you got going first. And like I said, we talked about in the last video, partnerships. Like I know they have. It's like what your brand gonna live on. Even though right now, if your brand not paying you, if your brand not making the money that it won't make, like what are you doing to make that brand really valuable? Besides selling clothes, is the things that you got to think about and what's gonna actually get people to support you. So even if you like, even if you're doing a little thing like going buy $10 hamburgers from McDonald's and going out and give it to the homeless, that's just one idea. And then you creating content about that. Class, believe in yourself. We out here supporting. Even when even when you don't got it and you doing it, and people like, damn, like I know, she's showing love, and I already know people that know you. I know her situation. Man, let me support. This brand really gonna be big. So doing like those type of things, like they gonna have. I'm pretty sure they got community and kids events. Just you being there and going to talk to those young women, them young girls, like I'm starting my brand, I'm pushing it, and I just want to show y'all that you can go out here and believe in yourself and make something happen. Like a lot of people feel like because they haven't arrived to what they want, they can't go out and like uplift the next person, and that build brand.
Yeah, and even like what I was just talking to my guy about yesterday, like the best content gonna be the content that you make right now at this moment where you in, because once you get to making $1 million a year, like you gonna be so far ahead that people not gonna understand like really how you started. So like being able to make content right now, saying this where I'm at, but this where I'm gonna be in 5 years from now, is gonna be that piece of content alone gonna build your brand so much more in the future. And you gotta be open to like man, I wish we was so much more like transparent when we was first starting, because like if you believe it and like you really know that you're gonna make it happen, and you really doing your best every single day 100%, like not saying you're doing your best, but you're really not really out there doing what you need to do, you gonna get to where you're gonna get to. Like you literally gonna get there. Like I promise you. Like just speaking it out in the world alone is already putting you halfway there. You see what I'm saying? So like I feel like being more open to like speaking that like I'm about to have a multi-million-dollar brand. Like don't be afraid to put that out there, because that's when the energy is literally gonna start to you're gonna start to attract those things that you need to help you get to that next level. And your eyes gotta be open to that. Like people be saying, we was just talking about this too. People be saying, you gotta be at the right place at the right time. Mm-hmm. But why not be at the right place all the time? Like you get what I'm trying to say? Why not be in every single room that you could get in? Because you might get value out. Like we was just at Mar's daughter. We was at your daughter play, and the dude gave the 7 principles of Mr. Belton, John Belton. Yes, the 7 principles of life, just to be successful in general. And I got so much value out of that. But like, if I would have never even went, like being in that room alone gave me put me in position to be successful that I didn't even know about. You know what I'm trying to say? But if we would have looked at it from a perspective where, I need to be in every single room that have millionaires or billionaires, like I wouldn't even be able to get that value out of that room that day. You see what I'm saying? I just put myself in the space, and I have that energy of I want to be successful, and I'm looking around, I'm aware. You see what I'm saying? And that alone helped me get to the next level. Just being in that room, I was like, damn, I really learned something very, very valuable today that I would never thought that I would have learned being here. You see what I'm saying? So really just being open to just, be impeccable with your word. That's what the 4 agreements says. So make sure you speak things into existence, and don't be afraid to be transparent with your audience. Like just be real with them. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm trying to go. I need y'all to help me go there. What it say in Star Wars Why, bro? Everybody, what it was saying something about like when you true to your why, people want to help you.
Yeah, and they'll suffer inconvenience. So like, I'm going to drive, they don't have nowhere you can get Apple products. It's 30, 45 minutes away from here. But because I want that Apple computer so bad, I'm willing to give up, 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back just to get it when they got an HP 10 minutes away. They got a Microsoft computer right there. But you true to that brand, so you're going to do, you're going to suffer inconvenience. You're going to go, if Apple had an event, I'm pretty sure I'd be there. Just all because of like the brand that they present. Literally, I think they had also in the Super Bowl, one of the coolest Super Bowl commercials, it was the kid. She took the phone from her parents and she was running around with it. You didn't see that one? She was just running around with the phone, and then she had dropped it or something, and then the parent had came and just wiped it off and just and just took
Apple?
a picture or something.
It was Apple?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it was just showing, like, the kids be running, like, basically the phone is kid-proof. What it's kind of show. You know what I mean? But, like, it's not saying what is, it's just showing you.
Yeah.
And then you resonate with it because, I got a kid, she do the same thing. And then she be dropping the phone, you're like, oh, the phone
She done broke your phone like 10 times already.
Yeah. So, like, they literally know about the audience, and they just put that picture in your mind of they solved the problem.
Right.
Without you, right, really even noticing it.
That is, yeah, I feel that.
And
I
you
feel
get
that,
an
bro.
emotional feeling about it. But we also want to get everybody to make sure they like, subscribe to this channel, run us up. Right now we talking about, we giving you guys advice when first starting a clothing brand, gems. Also, don't forget, we got the 3-in-1 startup bundle where we're giving you 10 trusted manufacturers, 10 Shopify apps that we use, and over 30 websites that you need when first getting your brand started. That's going to be in the description. So go ahead on that description and check it out. All right, we almost wrapping it up now. You got like one or two more questions before the podcast ends, but anything that you want to just share with the audience before we get into the last few questions.
Let it out. Tell them everything.
How your World and Vision experience been?
Tell them everything.
Well, my World and Vision experience is amazing, and it goes back further than just being here. Because when I first met y'all was, like I said, super down to earth. Then being here today again, super down to earth. Everything copacetic. Like
Copacetic.
It ain't like nothing rigid. I'm a little nervous, but I'm good.
Don't be nervous. Only 200,000 people gonna see this video, so they ain't nothing to be nervous about.
Only 200.
Nah, thanks.
All right, what you got for us?
Any more questions? Anything else?
I had a couple more.
Come on, talk to us.
Okay, so the next one, I feel like it goes good into the next one from what we were just talking about, because my next question is, how do you feel like World and Vision marries the concept of your brand with the mind of your consumer?
So I go for just one, our main branding that we put out is trusting in your vision. And what we mean by that is like we didn't really even know what we was doing when we was kids. We honestly were just having fun. Until it like sparked in us, like, damn, we had a brand. We were like starting a business. Our brothers wanted to start businesses. Our friends wanted to start businesses. And we like, damn, this brand right here is actually allowing people to trust in their vision and believe in themselves and go do something outside of the norm, playing sports, being an entertainer, a rapper, just the normal standard that people feel like they should do. Like, a lot of people don't think that they can own a business or whatever it is. Like, we just want, if you want to be a teacher, like, do that 110% and trust in your vision at that and keep inspiring as many people as you can. So we just realized that we can inspire people through the clothes because people thought it was cool. And like now we married a brand because like now we just don't get to help our people. We get to help people everywhere, like people in California, in Virginia. Shit, we get to help the people that's on our team now. Like the people that's on our team get paid and they get to pay their bills, pay for school, do different things. Like, so it became like bigger than just us. We created something that became a culture, it became a community, and it became something that was like, damn, if you see him with that Worldly shirt on, you like, yeah, he different. He know what he trying to do, or he listening to podcasts, reading books. Like that person right there, he really trying to get ahead.
Facts. I kind of agree with Marlon 100%. Because like we really, like, bro, just reading like that book Star Wars Why, it just really take your mind to another level. because people, like, besides you selling them a shirt for $10, like, what's gonna really keep them a part of what you got going on is really why you doing what you do, not what you doing. Like, literally, like into me at first, it was like kind of like, do people really care about why you doing what you're doing if it's a t-shirt brand? But like, it is really real when you really go deeper, you know, into the surface with it. Like, people really, like, man, I had walked outside one day, and the FedEx guy pulled up, and he hopped out the car like, man, it's really you. I watch y'all videos all the time. And I was just like, damn, like, I'll never think, you know, selling a t-shirt, you know, people will be like, really, like, he was saying that the things that we were saying in our video, he really went out and did, and he really seen real results from. Like, so I was like, damn, like, that's crazy. Like, it just hit me different. You know what I mean?
Don't want to know why highs.
Huh?
Don't want to know why.
That's that aha moment right there. That's that aha company. It's a company now, real talk though. But that would be what I would say, like, just as far as like how you know, our customers could resonate with WRLDINVSN. Yeah. Talk to us.
All right, I got one more.
Talk to us.
So as far as because I watch like a lot of entrepreneurial, I guess, podcasts or interviews, things like that. And I heard somewhere that when you start a business and you want to develop it into a company, you have to, of course, hire employees. And basically the employees do the day-to-day tasks that the owner, you know, shouldn't be so worried about, like maybe shipping and handling and, you know, stuff like that. So the things that the owner would do would be the income producing things. So what do y'all feel like, because I feel like I struggle with that because I do everything right now. So what do y'all feel like is the income producing things in y'all business?
This is Marlon's topic right here.
So I mean, I'll say you more into sales, so income producing things.
But mostly talk about the working on instead of working in.
All right. I mean, so what we mean by working on your business instead of in your business is, and you're gonna work in your business when you first starting off, but so it's realizing like when is the time to work on it and in it. So I, you know, not to like put you on spot or anything, but not even that. It'll be, you need a mission statement, you need core values, you need, you know, procedures, like, you know, so that's the things that you, when you get now, when you thinking, you like, man, I gotta have the t-shirt design going because that's what's gonna make the money. But once you get that going good enough to, you know, have somebody help you with that, you're gonna need to start working on the business itself. And that's gonna be the intangible things, like the things that you really can't see. Like, are you showing up on time? You know what I mean? Like, are you, you know, providing a growing environment? Because like, when you become a business owner, you become a leader. You know what I mean? You choosing not to, you know, go with the normal way of things, or, you know, going to a traditional job and already having everything. That's why I encourage a lot of people to go work for smaller businesses and smaller companies, because you can actually develop more in a company and develop the company actually than go and work for Amazon or Apple, who already have everything in line for you to follow. And when you get out of line, it's like, whoa, you're getting out of line. That's not what we want. But here it's like, damn, you figured something else out new? Like,
No shade, Amazon. No
like,
shade,
let's
Amazon.
do that. Like, you know, that's a great idea. You know, it's so much. We have departments that haven't even been developed yet that just come, like, we just started this Activate Your Vision. Like, that's a whole department itself, but we going out and putting on events and giving knowledge outside. But that take people to dedicate themselves to it, and we just started that this year. So it's so many other things that we still don't have yet that small companies, like, and people could come in and develop them and feel more value, I would say. And
like everybody growing together instead of it
already being grown.
Right.
It's grown already. And just on the leadership side of it, like, at the end of the day, you got to be getting better, period. Because that, like, nobody not going to want to follow you if you're not, like, putting them in position to be great, or if you're not getting the knowledge it take to be great. You know, so that's the main thing when working on your business. You should be getting knowledge so that you could bring back to your group. It's like now that you working on your business, you going to do the knowledge hunting so that you could bring it back to the tribe and be like, all right, look what we got. We got this. Let's do this. Let's get this. Let's make this better right here. Instead of is you maybe shipping out the artists, like you said.
Facts. Same thing with Marlon saying. I'm thinking about it in my head. It's literally like you done built up a little bitty empire, and you gotta go out and hunt and fish and go bring resources back to continuously build what y'all got going on. And I say like me and Marlon being like partners, like it really like is like a balance, because it is hard for one person to do a lot of those things that we do. I think so much more about the actual tangible part, and Marlon think more about the intangible, which is just as important. You know, at one time I was like, it's all about the hottest shirt. It's all about throwing this money on this Facebook ad. But really, if you don't really have that structure and that base, ain't even gonna get shipped out. Like, or order might get shipped out 2 weeks later. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it ain't gonna be consistent. Consistency is really what makes our company great. Like, and you know, us being a team is you know, we have consistency as a team. You know, and us being together, like one may slack, but the other one could help pick them up. And I say, just as far as you know, being by yourself, it's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to let other people come help you. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have to realize that on your own.
You gotta buy them lunch.
Even if you
that's how we started off.
We bought them lunch.
That's we bought them lunch.
That's how we shout out to them. Shout out to them if y'all watching this video. Real talk.
With Eli, Richard, Theron.
Yo,
that was the
I think that was all of them too. And I was on the sewing machine. I was on the sewing machine, sewing everything, man. Shout out to them boys. We went and get them boys the hut. And we ain't go to walk-ons or TGI Fridays or whatever.
$5 plates.
We went to the hut, $5 boxes. You hear me? $5 boxes, real talk. But really, I would say the smartest thing to do is just like, and I'm not good at this. Marlon way better at this than me. But writing everything down that you do, like really like putting everything down that you do, like and really checking off the things that you need to specifically be doing, and then kind of throwing the other things in another boat while saying, I could bring somebody on the team, you know, to help me do these things. You see what I'm saying? Because you gon' have to do it. Like, I mean, show me a person that did it all by themselves, you know, and it became a billionaire. I love to meet them because that person is a genius.
Hey, but people may be like, LeBron did it all by himself. He got all this talent. He made it to the league.
Oh no, I'm sure if LeBron then came on here and told his story, I'm sure it's people that helped him on his journey to help him get the. If it wouldn't be for the Lakers itself or whatever, if it wouldn't be for the NBA, would there be a LeBron? You see what I'm trying to say? So you gonna need something like, without that platform, would it be LeBron? Would it, like, everything that came, all those pieces come together, like even for the NBA. Without the LeBrons and the Michael Jordans, would they be an NBA? You see what I'm trying to say? So all the pieces really come together. Even though that LeBron may think he the most important basketball player, I promise you, without the NBA, it wouldn't be him. So it really is like kind of like a balance thing. You know what I mean? So really just try to figure out what the things that you don't necessarily have to be doing, that anybody could come out here and do, which is, we could easily point that out. Fold a t-shirt.
Customer service.
Well, everybody can't do customer service properly.
Well, I'm saying, but that's something you could pass down.
I know. But mostly just folding a shirt. Let's just put it as simple as that. Like, the owner of a brand folding a shirt, like, you could be spending your time on something else. You get what I mean? And you could be improving the company. Like, so, and I mean, you're going to have to do it when you start out, but, you know, trying to move up, trying to make $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, you're gonna need other people to help you out.
All right, Nick, before we get out of here, we got to give I give her one great tip, you know, to leave out of here with, to get that, or tips, when you leave here, you must immediately start doing to, you know, generate $10,000 a month. You know what I mean? And I'll go first. So I start off with, you know, one, you're going to need to get knowledge. And what I mean by that, if you're not actively reading books, listening to podcasts, you know, putting yourself in that environment to get the things that you need, opportunities are created. You know, they just don't come. It come because of whatever you was doing. So when that opportunity did happen, it was because of something you did 3 to 6 months ago in the past. Well, now you're able to step into that opportunity and take full advantage of it. Yeah. Two gonna be the people you surround around you are gonna make or break you. What I mean by that is like if they not like really believing or really understanding, or even if they not doing the first task of getting knowledge. Two, it may like hurt you on your journey because right now you need as much knowledge as you could get. You need as much different, excellent, not saying excellent opinions, but people that's like heading in the right direction. Like you talking to us because we own brands. You know what I mean? You're not gonna go talk to somebody that's maybe selling water. They may have the same, can utilize some of their strategies, sales strategies, but they're not gonna be able to tell you how to run a clothing brand. You know what I mean? And then the last thing gonna be really like, one is gonna be skill based. So improving your sales skills, like you gonna have to be able to get out here and sell. Like you gonna have to be able to, or put somebody else in position that can do that. So like you gonna have to sell. Like no matter, you gonna have to go out there and shut a mission, shut a brand, push it. And then adding to the other skills is gonna be financial skills. Like, so a lot of people when managing their company or businesses, even personal stuff, like they financial literacy isn't there. And like that's like very, very important in a company because like you could be, let's just say, you make $100, you feel like, damn, I made $100. But did you factor in the cost of goods? Did you factor in the marketing? Did you factor in if you really had to pay somebody to do what you did? Like you got to be thinking about those things to definitely scale your business. And financials is very, very important. And you getting even if you're making $100, you need to have a QuickBooks and seeing, oh, I spent that money on bags. I spent this money here. Definitely knowing your numbers. And then I say the last skill you're going to need is really patience and understanding. Like patience with yourself, patience with other people, and understanding. Like we got 30 people. At one time we had almost 50 people. So that's 50 other human beings. Like they got goals, they got dreams, they got parents, they got lives, they got school, they got everything. So you got to be understanding and be able to like continue to put them in that position. And I'll give one more, and it's going to be the leadership. Like you're going to have to like take yourself and put yourself in a leadership role. Like, because a lot of people think that when they're having a brand, like you said, it's just going to all be about them. But that's the reason why that their brand still where it's at, because they still looking at it like it's all about them and not looking at themselves as a leader. And how can I get other people to, join how can you help? It's really about how can you help him get to accomplish his goal. That's the only reason why he's going to come here and help. How can you help him get to where he need to be? Or how can you help that young lady get to where she need to be? So it's all about those, I guess, 4 little.
That was like 10, bro. You really went in.
Man, my bad. What you got? What you got for us?
Hey, I feel like I'm over here thinking about what I'm about to say. You didn't hit the next thing that I was just about to say. I'm like, Lord.
All right, if you got one.
Hey, this the one I do want to just put out there, and I'm gonna just put this one. Create as much content as possible. Like let's just say one piece of content get 30 likes, and then your next one get 1,000, then your next one get 25, and then you keep getting 25. Don't let that stop you from continuously to create, because you're gonna find that thing that works, and once you find that thing that works, keep duplicating that. Like just because we told the story of us creating a brand, with 12 shirts 2 years ago, not saying that we're not gonna tell that same story now.
Told him maybe 600 times in 1 year.
I didn't told him 600 different times how we started a brand with only $120. You get what I'm trying to say? And that is the niche. That's that is it. That's the why right there. So like just because you posted it once, don't mean you can't switch up the delivery of it. You know what I mean? So find your most engaging piece of content and try to keep on recreating that with different delivery. You see what I'm trying to say? Like what Mark just said with Apple. Like Apple showed the same thing that they've been promoting just through a different type of delivery. You see what I'm trying to say? So just keep creating content, bro. Like, especially like.
Not the ad, did you see the one where they was shooting all the movies?
Oh yeah, the cinematic. They showed the cinematic feature.
It was like a movie in your pocket.
Yeah.
Something they said at the end, but basically they did show Hollywood or something in your pocket.
Yeah.
Like they showing you that you could film Hollywood movies with this phone without telling you buy the phone though. Like they know what you want to do with the phone, and they just show it to you.
Man, hey, I hope Apple watching this video because we need a check.
We need a
Send us what that boy said.
I
hey,
need the
it's time to make
sponsorship.
Apple Pay.
We got
Real talk.
we got all these gadgets, man. We got to get the sponsorship.
I need you to lead the audience with something. Tell them something. Any special shout outs, anything that you want to share with them, like real talk. Give us the outro. Give us the outro.
Okay, so.
All right, look, come back with as much. I want as
want
much
power,
passion
energy.
and power that you
Energy.
got. All right, you doing this for the women entrepreneurs out here.
Put
They
on,
gotta
put on.
feel it. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right, so I own a clothing brand called Clash by Shantia. I want y'all to go ahead and follow that. The Instagram is clash.by.shantia. I think that you should support my brand because I am a woman entrepreneur. I started by myself. I do have people around that I can, talk to and help me out, but I started this by myself. And I was scared, nervous, didn't know what I was doing when I started, but I started. And I think that's the main thing, just getting started.
Yep.
And that's what I want to leave
Any
y'all
shout
with.
outs? Any shout outs? Who you want to shout out? Who you want to give a shout out to? Who you want to give a shout out to?
I'm gonna give a shout out to my sisters. Both of my
Okay.
One
sis.
of my sisters' name is Jamaica. We call her Nudie. My other sister name is Lamaya. We call her Maya. I call her Lil Homie. That's like my best friend.
Man, shout out to Nudie and Lil Homie, man. Let's get it.
Facts.
Let's
and
get
this
it.
Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of World Vision. We are back on the Activate Your Vision podcast. Man, it was a great one. Thank you.
This one was
we
special.
Are out.
This one was special.